What's going on, everybody? It is Justin with the Board Game Losers, and we are back with our continuation of our playthrough for Dungeon Crusade. Had a pretty good turn last turn. We are, I think, getting close to the end of the second quest table. All we have to do at this point is kill a guardian, and I believe we have to kill one more orc archer. And we should be good. Things that we need to do. This round, I'm hoping that we can get that orc archer taken care of. Remember, when we do that, that is going to spawn Razorfang. So he is going to come out. We already have 3 guardians that have come out, so we don't need to worry about spawning specifically any additional guardians. And also, just to update you, I did verify a couple things. The biggest thing to verify was that in solo Crusader mode, as far as attacking on your turn, you can attack once for each activation. So the Crusader Paladin, for example, if I give him the first 3, he can attack 3 times. Now, you can't attack twice on a turn, but you can attack 3 times during the turn, once for each activation. So I have been doing that right. What were the other things? Equipping is a free action. You can switch your gear around at any time. As I understand it, though, that doesn't mean, like, if I'm in the middle of a battle and I have, like, multiple weapons, maybe in my backpack, and there's a better weapon that I haven't, quote, equipped, I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and switch that out now to give me an advantage. I would have had to have it equipped at the beginning of combat. So, but it is free to switch out at any time. So keep that in mind. Other than that, I feel like that's about it. Been doing everything else right. So I think let's just get into it. And let's start with the upkeep phase. So, of course, in the upkeep phase, we process any afflictions. We don't have any of those, fortunately. We do have torches. So, we're going to roll a d12 for each of our heroes, starting with the Paladin. 1 to 2, and the torch will go out. Alright, so let's give it a roll here. Paladin, torch is good. And Arena, torch is good. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Channeling, unchanneling. So we're going to look through our abilities here. Nothing channeled for her. And I don't believe we've got anything channeled. Oh, we have a bunch. That's right. We used everything. So all the lay on hands, the healing hands, the counterattack, consecrate ground, all that is unchanneled now for our Paladin. Alright, cool. So he's good to go. Initiative tokens. Don't break it. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Our bog standard for pretty much the entirety of this playthrough. We don't need to put anything on the teleport tracks. We haven't completed all of our books. And so then we go to the encounter phase. Okay. Let's see here. Can't be in combat, can't be targeted, so either one are eligible. Just randomly select. You just found a huge treasure chest of the throne room. They have 5 attempts modified with a lock-picking attribute to pick the lock out of the chest. Take the red, blue, and green d6 and roll them. The hero must get 6 on the red and blue d6 and 4 plus on the green. Set successive rolls aside. If successful, roll that for money. A d8, a d10, a d20 times 100. Whoa. If the final attempt is a fail, a trap is triggered, roll a d10 and a d6. The d10 is the damage taken and D6 is the essence lost. Oof. That is, holy crap. That's huge. I mean, that's potentially so much money, but man, if we mess this up, whoever this is probably just going to straight up die. Alright, so first thing we need to do is figure out which one of the two it's going to be on. So we're going to roll this D6. Whatever initiative token lands on is the hero. So it's going to be the paladin. We get 5 tries, remember, modified by our lockpicking. Our lockpicking is 0. Yeah, so we're going to get 5 tries. Remember, we got to get a D, let's see. Red, blue, green D6. The hero must get 6 on the red and blue. So these two need to be 6s, and the green can be a 4. You can see it shows that right there. Remember, we get 5 tries. So let me get another die so I can keep up with how many tries we've done. So we're going to use our first one. We got 4. Well, let me just do this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to use these tokens. So first attempt. And we can set aside successes. So wow, that is horrible. So the green is a success. Need 6. Getting forward. This is our 3rd roll. Okay, there's a 6. Come on, blue. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is our final shot. This has got to be a 6. Come on. See, how do you roll a 2 that many times in a row? That's my question. Alright, how does it fail? We roll a D10 and a D6. D10 and a D6. Okay, that is nowhere near. Apparently 2s are what we're going to be rolling tonight. D10 is the damage taken, 2, so he goes to 5. And D6 is the essence lost. He goes from 9 to 7. So now here's the part. Let's just make this a little more depressing. A D8, a D10, a D20. If we would have needed 1, 2, 3 more attempts to get a 6. But if we had made it, let's just see how much we would have got. 9, 13. We'd have got 2,000 gold. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess we didn't die, since given our terror track and our tendency to die, that's not the worst that could happen. So Guardians phase, we obviously don't need to do that because we don't have any Guardians. So let's start with our Paladin on the board. Alright, so here we have our Paladin. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do with him is I think we're going to head south. We're going to take out this grunt and engage Dreadthorn. I think is going to be the best thing. Yeah. So we have our activations for him. So first activation with both of his actions, with of course the first action gonna be movement. He gets a D6 plus 4, plus 2 from his regular movement, plus 2 from the torch. And we're just basically going to come straight down and over is the plan. 9. That's pretty good movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's going to attack. Now at this point, the rating, technically the skeletal grunt turns rating, and we're within 4 Dreadthorn. So the tracking fires, and now Dreadthorn is officially tracking him. So now let's go to the board and do some combat with the Skeletal Grunt. All right, here we go. So we have physical, mythical, arcane. This Skeletal Grunt does have a special ability called Shield Deflect. So for each success that we make, we roll a d20. On a 16 to 20, no damage is dealt. So, but now this is important again, because we're in Solar Crusader and we're using Evolved Combat. That says for each successful warfare roll. So the final strike die will not count towards that. All right, because remember, this is a minion, so we're going to be using the final strike die. We got to decide which one of our 3 warfare types we're going to use. Arcane. Just wishing it was a different one, but that's okay. We just have +1 to our arcane, but it is a 10, so it's a fairly low number. And we're going to be using, it doesn't matter what we use really. Bow or the sword, we'll say we're using the sword. There we go. So there's a 6 and a 6. That's a 12. That was it. What was that? A 9? Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna roll that again. Doesn't really matter. Oh, okay. Well, 19. That would have done it, but the 12 does it either way because they're both 3 damage. That takes him out. And we're gonna roll a loot roll. 2. That would have been great if it rolled right there because that's what we needed. Was a 20. So. Bing, bang, boom. Skeletal Grunt goes away. And we were successful. Oh, no, we're not. No, we got to roll for his deflection. No, he didn't deflect it. If he'd have deflected that, the hit from the final strike die would have killed him anyway because he only gets that deflect on warfare. So, that's good for us. So he did perish. So we're going to take him off the board. He's gone. And that takes care of him. And we're just going to go ahead and with our next movement, I get +4. So I have more than enough to get next to Dreadthorn. So we're just going to go ahead and go there. Now, when we fight Dreadthorn, we've got some additional things that may help us. We've got our Greaves. All right, here's a better shot. So we've got our Greaves up here because this range bonus is going to be potentially important because we're using mythical, ranged, and spiritual. We are also going to go ahead and burn, channel both healing hands, which is the D6 heal. This is level 2 version, and consecrate ground to lower his warfare values by 4. Now remember, this is actually beginning of our second activation. Okay, and this is the first action of that second activation. So that you could see him on the board. He's well within range. So the first thing let's do, let's roll a d6 for our healing. Come on. Okay, I said big numbers, but that's not great. We have a 5, so we'll go to 8. And we're going to use all the rest of our essence to drop his scores by 4. Now, when we're combating a guardian, oh, sorry, I got distracted for a second. So yeah, we're going to be attacking with these 3. We've got -3 and a +3, so we have a +0 for mythical. Ranged, we're going to get a +4. And for spiritual, we're going to get a total of +7. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Range, we're going to get +6. For spiritual, we're going to get a +7. So, pretty decent damage. If we could hit on all three, this will kill him. But before we do that, we have to roll for his ability. So his ability is as follows. Before any warfare roll is made against Dreadthord, Dreadthord rolls 1d20. On a result of 16 to 20, so there's 1d20. Alright, so that didn't prior. Poison Spelch activates. Each hero must test willpower to withstand the vile stench. On a fail, roll a d6. Result is essence loss. In addition, test arcane resistance. On a fail, the hero is stricken with an arcane affliction. Now, I believe that this actually means it says before any warfare roll is made. It doesn't say like at the beginning of combat or during each round of combat. So I think that this ability, as I understand it, is actually literally before every roll. So whatever we get first, we're going with spiritual first. Whatever we get first, we made that roll, so that didn't happen. So we're going to get a +7 to this, 3 from his pendant, 4 from his ability. And this is spiritual. Our target number is a 13. We get a +7 with this. Oh, wow. That's a 14, which is enough on its own. Easy peasy. We got the first hit with a 3. Awesome. That flips over. Alright, and so now let's go to the second attack. But remember, we do have to roll this again. Ooh, 14. That was close. Well, we've already done 3. 1, mythical. Our worst one. Awesome. So this is going to be a +0. Just realized something. Hold on. Okay. We get 0 for this. We're looking for 16. We're probably going to take damage on this. Oh no! These results down by 4, so we're looking for a 12. Looking for a 12. So close. 6 and 4 is 10. Man, we were so close. Alright, that's a fail. So he's going to take 2 damage. Going to go down to 6 health. And then, of course, ranged will be last. And that is a +2 for his boots, +4 for the bow, because that's what we're going to use. That's +6. And we need a 15 -4, so we need an 11. 8 + 6 is 14. Plenty enough. That's 3 damage. 3 more damage. Oh, wait, you know what? We didn't roll for his belch. Did not fire. Cool. So that takes care of that. So that it was his second activation. We have one more action, which we're not going to use. And we're going to go ahead and go into his third activation, which will be his final activation. So let's flip these back up. Bang, bang, boom. And he's going to continue to combat him. He's not moving, so he's just doing this one attack. So if he somehow does not kill him in this, then he can't use his second action to attack again. Okay. So first we do our belch roll. Nothing. That's a 5. And let's see what he uses. Spiritual. Okay. I like spiritual. +7. Now, here's the thing. We did not cast the consecrate ground, so now it's his full value. So we need a 13. Is what we need. So 5 and 4 is 9, and 7 is 16. We needed a 13. We're using the Sword of the Heavens, we'll say. Wait a minute. I just realized the Sword of the Heavens is a T3 weapon. We're not using the Sword of the Heavens. Let's see here. I missed that. I thought that was a tier 2. So that will actually have been our other weapon. So we'll say we're using the bow. I mean, that's the one I would be using, so makes the most sense. So that's a hit with a +7. And that will kill him. So we get 5 life force, which is great. That'll give us a total of 5, 10, 15, 17. Wow. We're going to have plenty of life force. That's good. That's good. We can buy whatever we want all day long. So here's our 5 life force. Boom. And then we get to do our gold roll twice, our loot roll. So pull these out. And he's no longer tracking, obviously, because he is no longer on the board, which actually will complete that quest, which we'll do in a second. Yeah, we're going to do a loot roll twice. 9 plus will get us gold. 15 plus will get us a treasure. First roll is a 6, so we get nothing. Second roll is a 13, so we get 300 gold, but we still don't get an item. That is about par for the course, so that'll go to him, and currently he is carrying 600 gold on him. All right. Cool. I think that's everything. Takes care of Dreadthorn. Let's go to the UI board, because that means now we have completed this quest. Not that quest. Kill the Guardians. Now remember, we are probably going to have one more come out, because Razorfang is going to come out as soon as we kill the last Orc Archer, but we don't have to kill him. Basically what's going to happen is it's just going to become a countdown where we're just doing the teleport track. We can run around into the rooms. We can clear out any monsters we want. Honestly, probably we will, if we go take a look at our main board. If we look over here to our main board, remember for our other quests we need to get 2 level 3s, 2 level 4s in chambers that we're showing. So we'll probably run over here and get another level 3, maybe even a level 4. There's one with a crate in there, to kind of get a jump start on that quest for the 3rd quest table. Because even though we haven't done it yet, that is still an option. We can still do that. And of course, in the end, we're going to have to be going. We've got some stuff up here, 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 and here for the other quest. So we'll still be running around the board a good bit. But we could, with those extra turns, possibly get a head start on taking those guys out, those champions, and either getting some loot, or at least making it a little bit less work during quest table 3. So cool. That takes care of our paladin. He is done, and we're going to go to our battle mage next, who is going to be doing some combat against the green orc archer, and hopefully with that completing that that quest. That's my hope. And then we'll be sitting good, and then we can just teleport will happen. Probably Razorfang is going to come out. I mean, we know that's going to happen, so we'll probably try to kill him. That's a lot of life force, a lot of XP, a lot of gold, potentially some more items to sell or have for the next round. So, fourth activation for our Lyrina Nightweave, our Battle Mage, shall commence right now. Alright, so here we are with Lyrina. We're using that first action to move. So let's do roll movement. She has a d6 plus 6, 2 from her card, 2 from her torch, 2 from the pendant. We're just trying to get right here. I feel fairly confident that we can make it. That was a 4. So, not surprisingly, we do have 10 to use. So, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to stop there because there's a mining site here. So, if we can take this guy out, the next action will probably do some mining. And we'll probably just basically mine this site out completely as much as we can. This round, and then do some combat over the next 4 rounds. So let's go fight us a green orc archer, which will hopefully be the final enemy for our quest, and we can get started towards teleporting back to the city, to the town. Alright, so here we are with the Orc Archer. We've got ranged, chaos, spiritual. The only weapon that was going to give us any potential help is the bow that's got ranged and spiritual. And yeah, that's it. She doesn't really have any gear, unfortunately, that's really going to help her do anything, really. So, let's start. This Orc Archer does have a Jagged Arrow ability. So anytime the Orc Archer inflicts damage on a hero from a single warfare roll, the Orc Archer rolls a d20. On a result of 16 to 20, the hero takes 1 additional damage. So if we miss our warfare check, then he is going to he's going to hurt us. So hopefully we won't miss our warfare check. All we got to do is hit him once because he's just a 2. Remember, this is a minion, so we're only going to have 1 warfare shot. We rolled a 2. That is chaos, which is good. That's a +5 for her. So we got our warfare roll and our final strike die. We roll those together. Again, we're looking for an 11, and we get a +5 to these. Whoa. 10 and 4 is 14. 19. Warfare roll does it. We didn't miss, so we don't have to roll for this. So we take him out. Good, good, good. Warfare, there's nothing adjacent, so we don't have to worry about whether that hits anything else. Let's do our loot roll. Need a 19 or 20. Again, look at that. 9. And literally touching it is the 19. We needed to get at least something. This game, or these dice, one of the two, I'm not sure what it is. So he comes off the board. Boom, he's off the board. And when he comes off the board, remember, we spawn Razorfang. So let's take a look and see what Razorfang looks like. We've seen him before. His stats are 16 physical, 13 ranged, and 13 mythical. So the Paladin's probably the best one to take him on that. 9 health. So on attack, his special ability is on attack. So that means when he's moving around during his movement and he attacks somebody, that's when he attacks us, not when we attack him. But if he attacks us before combat, the target hero must test evade to avoid being hit by the axe. On a fail roll, so basically a 1 or 2, we're okay. 3 to 5, we take a damage, or 6, we take 2, and we can't counterattack. So we would only be able to defend that whole time instead of be able to counterattack. So that would kind of suck. So let's put him on the board. Let's see where he's going to spawn. All right, so here is his standee, and we're going to spawn him on the board. D8. So we're going to spawn him at spawn point 5. So he is up here in this corner. So kind of close to the paladin a little bit. Yes. So let's go to the town board, because we just completed killing our third guardian. So we're going to take, or sorry, not our third guardian. We completed killing the last orc archer. So if we look here, when we complete that, we'd get 500 gold and 8 essence. I'm not gonna grab the gold. I haven't grabbed the gold for any of these. So I'm just gonna grab the essence, which is 8. I'm gonna flip this over, and I'm actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. We got 500 from the other one as well. I did not grab that gold, so I'm just gonna put 1,000 gold over there on the quest. So that when we go to town, we can get it. Right now, I don't want it. But we are going to get the 8 essence. Wow, that's going to put us to 25? Yeah, that's going to put us up to 25 life force. But what that does do is that does flip this book, which means this globe is flipped. So we have completed that quest table. So now at this point, we're basically going to have, really 3 rounds. And we're going to be teleported out. We're going to do Celebration Day. And then we can start in our third and final combat, which is going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully we can get a little closer to it before we get there, with the time that we have before we get teleported out. So let's go back to the table. We're going to do some mining with our last action for this activation, and probably a couple more depending until we can't mine anymore. Although we do need to remember that she has a pretty low, a 9 to a 12 on a D12 is gonna have her pickaxe get dulled, so she is definitely on the downward slope for that. So let's go back to the board, and let's see what we can do in the mining department. All right, here we go. Instead of doing it on the board, I'm just gonna do it right here. It's easier to see. So with our 4th activation, we're gonna use that action to mine. So we roll a D3 and get a 3. Awesome. So let's see. Let's move these over just a little bit and see what we get. So we get to draw 3. This will end her 4th activation. So 1, Sunstone, nice. 2, Zoltanite. That and Moonstone is really what I want, honestly. And Zoltanite. Excellent, excellent. Now we got to roll. Instead of using the clips, I'm using this die. So 6, 5, 4, 3. So remember, we're on the 9 to 12. Whoa. I rolled a 6, so we're good there. So now we're going to go to her 5th activation. Remember, she has 2 actions. We're going to use the first action to do another mining action. Oh, well, I only get 1. Jade. Roll again, 9 to 12. We're good. Next action is mining. Oh my gosh. 1 again. Another Jade. 9 to 12. That was close. That was her 5th activation. And her final 6th activation. Boom, boom. Got 2 actions. 1 action is mining. Getting 2 obsidian, which is fairly rare, but again, I really want moonstone and Zoltan. Okay. Zoltanite. 9 to 12. Uh-oh. Wow. So 8 to 12 now. Yikes. Yikes. Last action. See what we get. Come on, 3. Okay, let's finish strong. So 1. Oh my god, another obsidian. Oh, mining site is exhausted. So we've done as much as we can do. We don't get anything for the rest. This is going to go on top. 8 to 12 roll. Oh my gosh. That was a 9. So our pickaxe needs some serious help. But we cannot use site D anymore. This quest table. So put that back on the UI board. But we did get a pretty decent haul, I suppose. What do we got? 2 obsidian, 3 obsidians. Oh, okay. 3 is good. Couple jades, couple zoltanites, and a sunstone. She's going to be holding on to those. And we will hopefully add those to Albus, because Albus also needs to be, he needs to, I mean, it's probably going to go to the Paladin first. He hasn't moved because we want to get that money off the Paladin in case something happens. And then we can come back and grab these, the mining items from the Battle Mage, because we don't really lose those. It's just the gold that we lose, and we don't want to do that. So let's go to Albus. All right, so here's our boy Albus. Remember, he gets a D10 plus 10 for movement. He's got 2 actions. He's going to be getting up here to Paladin. And he is, I mean, we know what he's going to, we know he's going to do, he's going to use both his actions. He's try to get to Paladin, get his stuff, then run back to the Battle Mage. So I'll just go ahead and roll this twice. That's 15. It's a 5, so 15 plus, oh my god, 20. So that's 35 movement. He's level 3. He's a beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 35. So we take the 600 gold that we got here on the Paladin. That's going to go onto his sheet. And currently he has 700, 8, 9,000. So that means he's got 1,300. Run around to the 1,300. That was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So he will make it to Lyrena. He'll grab all of her mining items, throw those on him, and then he's got 2 more left. 1, 2 back towards kind of the entrance-ish. Cool. That concludes the hero phase. So let's go, after we're done with the hero phase, let's go to the monster phase. Alrighty, so here we are. So first thing we do is we check our population track, which is currently 5. We only have 3, so we get to draw 2 more minions. So the first one is going to be Red Orc Siegebreaker. Special abilities Rampage has to do with raiding. At this point, we've seen most of these. And then a blue Overgrown Blackrock Viper. So let me grab their standees, and we will place them out on the board. Alright, cool. So here we are at the main board. So let's do the Red Siegebreaker, see where he's going to spawn. He's going to spawn in 1. Of course he's going to spawn in 1. Just way down here in the corner. And the blue Blackrock Viper is going to spawn in 6, which is way up here in this corner. Cool. Nobody's raiding, so we'll start with the minions and do movement. So let's grab our patrol route die, grab our D6. Starting with the blue Orc Archer, he's right here heading that direction. He's going to choose blue. He's got a 5 plus 3 is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chooses blue, 7, 8. That takes care of him. Red Orc Archer is over here on the skull pile. So we got, this is a D6 plus 3 as well. Wow, 8. Choosing pink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. There we go. Green Goblin Footman up here close to Razorfang. On Skull Pile, he's a D6 plus 3. He is not raiding, so special ability doesn't happen. Oh, wow. So he just runs 4 on orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Red Orc Siegebreaker that we just put down as a D6 plus 2. Oh wow, 8 going blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so he is seen by our battle mage way down here. They're right there next to each other. So he is going to become raiding. And finally, our blue Viper over here is, whoops, a 6 green. He's a D6 plus 4. So that's going to be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got one more move. Going orange. 10. And that takes care of all the minions. Now we have to do Razorfang. He is a 3 quadrant move. Going purple first. So 1. No intervention there. Next roll. Blue. That's the way he came. Remember, that's a house rule for me. Green. That's 2 moves. So not moving towards our heroes at all. So no green. Blue. Uh-oh. Shh. Now, that is 1, 2, 3. Yep. So he is now tracking, gosh, our paladin. So we're going to take our tracking marker and put it on Razorfang. The good news is between ranged and mythical, I feel like our paladin can probably take him. So that's good. Our paladin doesn't have any essence. He's got 6 out of 13 health, so we're gonna have to be using some essence potions. And oh, that's what I forgot to say too. Whenever Albus went to our paladin, he was meant to drop off. Had his health potion sitting to the side. I forgot to mention that. But here's the thing: there's no more health potions in the bazaar, so these next 3 rounds, whatever we do, it's all on us. There's no more help other than healing hands that he has. So we've got to keep that in mind. Of course, at this point, it's effectively a countdown. But yeah, that takes care of that round. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. I'm excited because we're now done with that quest table. And yeah, we got pretty decent amount of change so far. Hopefully we'll make a lot when we go into our House of Chance game, and we can really get some good items and get geared up and do some do some serious business in the Quest 3 table. So, come back, hang out with me. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Again, this is Justin from the Board Game Losers. If you saw anything, Rules Goose, that you think, remember, as you're watching this, do keep in mind that at the time of this filming, the rules had not been published, and I'm going by Roger's video and questions in the Facebook group for clarification. So you may see these rules evolve a little bit further for the evolved minions and or Solo when he finalizes those, hopefully soon, because those are going to become official variants. So do keep that in mind as you're watching this in the future, and if you're watching this now, also keep that in mind, that those rules are still being written. So it's still kind of a I think they're pretty close to being quote unquote final, but just keep that in mind. And with that, oh, you know what? I just noticed something else. That archer. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. When it got here, it became raiding. Actually, when it got here, it became raiding. So I've got 4 movement that it did. It's the blue orc archer that need to be based on raiding. So what it came from here, right? Oh yeah, it did come from here actually. That was 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right there. No, 3. So once it got there, it's got 3. So really, at that point, with 3 movement left, the tile it's on has got 4 to 6, 1 to 3 this way for raiding. So it's going to head south. So it's actually going to turn back around. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's trying to get over here, so it's going to go over and out this way. Just notice that. But that kind of works out because Lyrena's down there, so hopefully she can take out the Siege Breaker, maybe work her way up, catch the Orc Archer on the way out, and our Paladin can take out Razorfang in the next video. Alright, cool. I think I'm done now, for real. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Love you. You're the best. Let me know in the comments if you see anything that I missed. Let me know what you think about the playthrough so far. If you've made it this far with all these parts, you're a champ, you're amazing, you're beautiful. You clearly have a passion for this game. And I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.